Hello, I'm back. Right, 1 second. Bosh. So, what happened to me? No intro music, no nothing today. What happened to me? I did pretty well again. It's been actually, to be fair, a really lovely time in crypto recently again, hasn't it? So I figured it's time to make a comeback here on the channel. Oh, bloody hell. I didn't realise it made noises. I just got that timer on my phone. Anyway. Oh. We sorted. Anyway. Where have I been? I've been all over the world. I've been learning a bunch of stuff and figuring out what comes next for me. This channel, unfortunately for me, has been banned now for an extended period of time, and that ban is now ending. I'm still a little bit on borrowed time with it. So I'm hoping that I can return back to doing live streams and everything again. The reason I've not been streaming is because this channel's been banned. YouTube put a ban on it. I couldn't stream for over a month because I was... a bunch of my old, 3-year-old live streams and stuff all got taken down all on the same day, and it basically left this channel at the point whereby if anything happened to it, it was going to get deleted. So I couldn't do anything with it for ages because I was in YouTube jail. But that's where we're at right now. And the market's a lot higher than what it has been. I'm just going to check here on the chat, which I apologize if I'm looking over in this direction. I've actually put everything on the wrong screens. So if I put that away and I put that over here, this is just me getting back into the old stream game and everything. Trades open. Things are going it's been a topsy-turvy day. But we are back in business now, and things are definitely on the up. And I want to keep trying. Why did they get banned? I don't know. YouTube never told me why I got banned. They just basically took down a bunch of my old videos. And if you get a video taken down, you get a strike. So I had I had a warning and 2 strikes on my channel. I now only have 1 strike, so I can come back to streaming because one of the strikes is expired. Still got 1 strike though. That runs out mid-August. So still in a bit of YouTube jail, but we're getting back there. At least I'm not in actual jail like BitBoy. That's very different. Being in actual jail is a very different thing, and I'm very glad I'm not there. Although I am very sad about the whole BitBoy situation, just because BitBoy, I know some of you all have your opinions on him, but the guy doesn't deserve to be in prison for 6 months. All he did is say some words on the internet. It's ridiculous that he should be in prison for so long. But anyway, no explanation. Also, by the way, guys, just refresh this stream. Just do it. Just press that refresh button and then check the video description. You'll find a link in the video description today to something that we've been meaning to do for a very, very long time. First person in the chat to say what that link is. You can. Well, I'm just curious to see the first person in the chat that says it. No explanation on the ban. No, I didn't get any explanation. They just said harmful or dangerous content. But the thing is, the videos were 3 years old, and they were not really even massively crypto videos that got taken down. They were just any old random thing. I think I got caught up with YouTube's algorithm, AI, whatever. They'd put something new on it, and it took me out. It took a bunch of other YouTubers out. It happens every now and again. It's one of them things. Johnny Bravo, you don't get to win anything. I'm reading the chat again instead of actually getting on with the stream. Basically, Bitcoin's up again, and that's great. We've got a $119,000 Bitcoin, and I really think it's time for us all to get back in the bull camp. Regardless of what happens on a midterm, we're just chopping around at the moment. We've been chopping around all month. This is you can't make any money out of this. This is absolute rubbish market, because the only thing that's been going up recently is altcoins, but that has been a pretty solid straight line to the upside. And we've got a pretty clear target in mind for where ETH is going to get to. If I just quickly scroll out on this here, I'm going to run through all my thoughts and stuff on the market today. But we've got a couple of levels. My level is up here, around $4,139 before any kind of serious rejection occurs. Should the upside continue, of which it kind of looks like the upside is probably going to continue on all this stuff. Am I an XT people? No. I think there's too much stuff that's gone on there since. Still hold it, but yes. So, save with crypto. Yes, someone actually refreshed the feed. Congratulations. If you have bothered to refresh the feed, you'll know that I'm still giving away this watch. And if you want to win this watch, there is a link in today's video description. If you fill out that link, you can enter one time. If you get caught entering multiple times, all of your entries will be deleted and you will be not in the competition. If you've called me an ass on the internet ever, and I see that, I will also disqualify you from the competition. If I don't like you at all, or mildly, or I see just anything mildly negative, you're not in the competition. I get to choose who wins. But I am going to do it as a fair draw. But I'm also going to, if it's somebody that wins I don't like, you don't win. It only goes to somebody that I actually like. Because ultimately it's a, $15,000 watch, $20,000 watch, something like that. So if you want to win it, the link is in the video description. I'll do that soon, I guess. Anyway, yeah, markets are all over the shop. I've had a bit of a topsy-turvy day. Some good, some bad. Bit of sideways here and there. But I want to return to making the full-length style of videos that I used to make here on YouTube about altcoins, because I feel like if we're going to go into a bull market here, and it kind of looks like we are going to do that, it doesn't just look like it's going to come immediately down on us, famous last words. But if it, assuming that we get 2 or 3 months of upside here, which it kind of looks like it does. I've spoke to a bunch of people that I know in the industry, a bunch of people that are much smarter and cleverer than me, if that person exists. They do. There's lots of people like that. But basically, it is what it is. And I'd like to come back and make a bunch of altcoin videos again, because I enjoy the altcoin stuff. So it is, yeah. The altcoin stuff can be really good when you get in early on some stuff. I'm a bit cautious about the market at the moment. There's little things like this. Like, everyone's talking about all these coins that are pumping. You can go on BYBIT right now. You can go and search by highest first. You'll see a bunch of stuff. So many things that you'll see on BYBIT that are like pumping 60-70% a day. It's all market manipulated stuff. It won't last 2 minutes. What we're looking for is, where is the serious uptrend in the big caps? Polkadot, for example. If we're going to go into a bull market, this kind of thing, this will go up. This will go up 10, 20 times from where it is right now. In a bull market, SUI is currently 384. But again, this will land in a bull market somewhere around $15 to $20. W, in a bull market, it'll be a lot higher than 9 cents. Again, very low prices on pretty much everything right now. Salana in a bull market. We've already kind of had a few bull markets for Salana, and Salana is close to another breakout to retest those all-time highs and make another big run to the upside. I'm very optimistic about the market at the moment. I just need to get myself in some long positions, really. I don't really have that many positions open. I've got a couple of mild short positions that are mildly costing me very mild amounts of money. And I'm kind of just hoping that the price drops about $20 so I can just close them and then get on with being a bull again, just a complete blind bull. And then we'll just long the crap out of anything. So that's the goal. Web3 Tomo, thank you very much for the donation for the £5. We'll use that to buy Chippy. Please, can you pump Bitcoin to 180k? It'll happen, Hugo. 100%. Bitcoin will go to 180k without a shadow of doubt. But yeah, what happened to me? I got banned. I went to the second channel, of which it is the first, second, or third link in today's video description, if I remember I've done it correctly. So yeah, I got banned. I went to the second channel. I make videos on the second channel, and soon enough we'll be back to business here on the main channel. And I really need an editor again. So we'll see. If anyone fancies being an editor for me, mention it in the Fish and Chips group. I already have one of the people that is an editor for me, but I'd like somebody that's specific to that role, because it is quite a time-consuming job. It's a full-time job if I'm going to film videos. It is a long job every single day editing my videos, and to be honest, by the end of it, you're going to hate me because I'm quite a demanding boss. But I probably do need an editor if we're going to get back to... I also want someone that's actually good, not just some guy that, oh, I learned Premiere Pro at school. No. Evening, Jay Bainey. Nice to see you in the chat. Remember when you messed up on Aave? I mean, I've messed up on so many things. Just seemed like a cynical way to pump subs. Kinda lame, dishonest too. Well, Lee, you don't get to win. I didn't ask for anything then. It was to milk subs. Absolutely. If I'm giving away a $15,000 watch, of course I'm going to milk subs. And then I got banned, Lee. But you don't get to win it, Lee, so it's fine. Say what you want. Like as I said, any negative anything, you don't get to win. I'll put your name in the draw, but if you win, you don't win. What happened to all your previous editors? One went to prison for 6 months. And the other one is doing a lot of my tweets on Twitter, all of the news tweets and stuff like that, which is why some people think I've gone absolutely insane, because my editor on my current man for doing that kind of thing, he makes a lot of the news tweets for me because I don't have all day to sit, tweet news, do work, get on phone calls, do business, racing, all this stuff. I don't have time for all of that, so I have to kind of delegate the jobs. So he's like been super bullish for ages, and I've been like mediocre, like come see, come sa, and he likes Trump, whereas I'm not a huge Trump fan. So you'll see like this bipolarness of me on Twitter. Sometimes I absolutely love Trump, and then sometimes I don't. It's just sometimes it's him, and then sometimes it's me. So that's where the contrast in my opinions on Twitter comes from two different people, me and him. But I tell him his job is to get the most views possible. So. It is what it is. People just end up thinking that I've gone crazy. When Patek Philippe giveaway at the top of the bull market, we're not there yet. Yeah, what are we at now? ETH's looking strong. I can't decide whether to get out of my trades here or not. I have noticed one thing, which is my mouse has just died, so I'm going to have to wait a second to do that. But in the meantime, I can interact with the chat here. I'm a professional YouTube editor. How can I apply and send you my portfolio? You can do that by contacting me via the Chippy group chat on Telegram. I'm in there, so just ping and message in the Chippy group chat. You'll see my at. My at is at that Martini guy on Telegram. So you can't send me a message directly unless you're Telegram Premium. But if you at me in the group chat, then I will see your message. Is Chippy on MXC? No, but Chippy's going to get some exchange listings at some point. It's all building up to that. It's a slow process of growing, and then the inevitable boom. Now, naturally, again, we're going live with the title of what happened to that Martini guy during the middle of the night here. So there's not going to be as many people as what there would be if I'd have been doing this during the daytime, which is fine, because we're ranking on SEO, you see. Title's tactical. Just views, no consistency in your approach. What a joke. Thank you, Jamie. You also don't get to win the Rolex. Congratulations for... like, how many people have actually entered that so far? Let me just see if I can... Come on, mouse. Turn back on. There we go. How many people have actually entered that so far? Let me check. I'm gonna have a look. I don't know how I can look. There we go. So there's currently only 13 people entered to win the Rolex, and I'm assuming that a few of them are not going to be entered when I go over and check the Twitter of the person that wins. So literally, you've got a 1 in 13 chance of winning a Rolex right now. The odds on it are pretty good. By the end of the stream, maybe you'll have a 1 in 30 chance of winning a Rolex. But I'm going to do the draw, get it out of the way, and then it's done. Sure, I was milking subs off it. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? Nothing. You'll enter the giveaway because it's a $15,000 watch, so don't complain. I'll do what I want with it. It's not a fake giveaway. The watch is literally on my desk, and it's been on my desk since. I just haven't been at my desk. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Canada. I've been to Denver. I've been to England. I've been to France. I've been to Spain, Italy. I've been to... Where else? That's about it, really. Dubai. I'm in Dubai again, which is why I'm back here at work. But I don't know how much longer I can put up with this town. It does drive me insane a little bit, does Dubai, with the whole boredom thing. But I'm really trying to get into a routine here because I really need to learn to enjoy Dubai. It's very important for me to learn to enjoy Dubai because I've put money into property here. I'm building businesses out here. So it's very important that I learn to enjoy Dubai for what it is. Hello from Ireland. You think that breakouts on ADA and Crow? Let's have a look. We can have a look at that. I don't know what Crow's been doing so far. I'd imagine it's up a bit, but I don't know how much. Let's have a look. It's one that I've not checked in on ages, but I actually do hold a bunch of it. I want to point out I'm going to be shilling SWISSBORG coin very, very, very heavily. That's going to be one of my big picks for this year. So Crow has gone from being 8 cents to 12 cents. Yeah, to be fair, that looks like a pretty solid buy, because if it ends up anywhere near here like it did before, that's a 10x from where we are right now. It's just like there's so much opportunity in the market right now. We don't need to be that smart to really clean up in this market. If we're going to get a bull market, and it looks like we're getting a bull market, and a bull market does look like it's on the cards here, it takes Bitcoin to push past that point. So for me, the point of which we have a confirmed bull market is when Bitcoin is broken $135,000. At that point in time, you're going to see every man and their dog dump all of their savings and everything into crypto. And there is a pro and there is a con to it. The pro is you all make a lot of money in the short term. The con is a lot of you will lose money because you won't take profit. Now, you've got to learn from that this next time around. You really do have to learn from that, because if you don't learn to take profit, then there's no point in playing the game in the first place. If you're going to marry your bags, why are you even playing? So in the situation of stuff like XTP, you married that bag. You held it all the way down. You didn't take any profit on it. There was profit to be had at the time. And then many things happened. So history often gets lost on the whole topic of XTP, but I'll go over it again for the 7,784th time. On XTP, a series of unfortunate events happened. What happened was Bittrex got subpoenaed by the SEC. Then Bittrex got sued by the SEC under the previous administration. After Bittrex got sued by the SEC under the previous administration, it was because it was a complete mess. After Bittrex got sued, they decided to shut down. That meant that TAP lost its main liquidity providing exchange. Then the owners of the business refused to invest in putting TAP onto an actually good exchange and instead decided to list on Bitfinex, expecting all of the users to just transfer over or just trade it through the app. But the problem is the app, they never fixed the order book. So you can't place an order in an order book on the app. So basically, there was only market orders, but there was market orders into what is essentially a dead exchange with no liquidity. So because there was no trading on the actual exchange and there was no liquidity on the exchange, it only took 2 or 3 people to sell once they had switched exchanges for the price to drop 90%. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It is ultimately the fault of the team for failing to secure that liquidity at a higher price and list on a decent exchange. From that point onwards, regulation confused things. Regulation came in Europe. You had Mika. Mika stopped TAP having XTP in the UK as something that you could stake and get a premium account with. Because you could no longer stake and get a premium account with TAP, they put a subscription fee on it. Stupidly, they made a premium account on TAP, something like £15 or £30 a month. I think it was £15 a month. So they basically said, oh guys, by the way, these $3,000 of tokens that you've currently got to buy in order to get this premium account, yeah, you can just buy that for £15 a month. So that diminished completely the value of the premium account, taking the value from $3,000 down to £15. Because of that, the token declined even further. People stopped trading it, slowly interest was lost, there was no updates to the application, and so on that, it basically collapsed. I still hold TAP. I hold a lot of TAP, more than I should do. Probably about 3% of the supply is what I currently hold. I'd love nothing more than for the price to go back up, but I won't be shilling it on the internet in order to get more people to buy it, because that doesn't fix the underlying issue. That just means that I have exit liquidity for that trade, of which I don't want to do that. That's not right. People say that YouTubers do that all the time, and I refuse to do that. So I'll sit on the back. One day it might come back, one day it might not come back. But if you're an idiot and you can't understand what I've just said, then I don't know. There's no helping you. So there we go. Let me just read the chat after all of that. What a legend. These freeloaders are too funny. Don't listen to them. Thank you. I appreciate that. You've been watching me since the Superman days. I appreciate that. Is Remember when you fell asleep on stream? Yes, that wasn't actually that long ago. That was actually quite recent. What do you reckon the odds of a bull run continuing versus entering the bear market by the end of the year? I think the bear market starts in when the new Fed chair takes over in January. So I think that we will price in the new Fed chair this year, and then next year it's likely that we get off to a good start, but then it'll end pretty quickly. So I imagine the bull market comes to an end in about end of January, middle of February, that kind of time. But I reckon we've probably got a pretty clear run to the moon before then. That's definitely how it's looking. You aligning with any was part what Ras, I can't read you, but about NXRA. What is the price of NXRA? I wish I could dump that. Absolute NXRA. There's so many of them that I've just kind of lost hope for, but let's have a look. What's the price of NXRA these days? Oh God, 1 cent. Oh man, this is the kind of thing where you're going to do 100x on this kind of thing. This is the kind of thing where I need to get in contact with the CEO and see if they'll allow me to make a video about it, because that kind of thing can absolutely rip with any small amount of demand. KuCoin is going to be the place to be honest, for all of these turds. These turds that'll fly 10, 20x. So, yes. Let's have a look, though. Hulk Hogan just died yesterday. It was Aussie. Yes, that did happen. Liquidation Guru. I've been out of the market for a couple of months now. Too busy with work, but I'm getting the buzz again now. Very good, James. I'm glad to hear it. I think that we're all getting there. I don't think we're all quite there yet, but it is shaping up. Like, this is the kind of thing where you go, you can't ignore this anymore. It's just looking strong, isn't it? Oh, I removed all the indicators by accident. Bollocks. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't have that saved as the thing, otherwise I'll lose all my indicators and my saved settings. I need to go back over here. I bought TAP the year before you shilled. I am forever grateful to you, mate. Well, thank you very much, Will, because people like that did make an absolute fortune on it. It changed a lot of people's lives. But again, when the price of something rises 9,000% in about a week, generally the advice would be to sell. And many people did sell, and congratulations to those people. And if you're buying something that's up 9,000% in the week, bear in mind that you might lose money. The price might be high. But it's one of them. It's a, I get the blame for it all the time, but what can I do about it? There's literally nothing that I can do. I can funnel more people into it so that they'll come and pay more money for your bags. That defeats the object of it, and it is kind of like, I don't think it's against the law anymore because we're in crime season at this point, but it would have been against the law, but I don't think it is against the law anymore, not under the current administration. So it's just deeply unethical. That's the best way to put it. Is deeply unethical. So we won't be doing that because ultimately I want everybody to make money, and because I want everyone to make money, we can't be doing things where we have to pick the higher caps. And I discussed this with my community earlier today. I said we have to pick the higher caps. We can't be picking low caps. You start picking low caps, then it'll end badly. Maybe we pick a few low caps because I do like it. I'm very partial to something that's very illiquid, but those are only short-term plays at the end of the day. Do you think we will break the range upwards or downwards? I just also want to bear in mind, like everybody, when I'm looking at altcoins this time round, I am very much of the opinion that anything that is a utility coin is a turd and based off the attention economy and will ultimately go down another 125 billion%. In the inevitable decline of the market. The things that will hold their value better are the stuff that's in the top 20, top 30, and that's kind of where I'll be focusing a lot of my interests. Your SUIs, your SAYs, your Salanas, that kind of thing. That's where my interest lies. what are my favourites in RWAs? NXRA is looking, it's like a strong buy, isn't it? But there's so many of them. And that's what I want to make these videos about. I figure that if I come back, right, and I make 20 videos day after day after day, pointing out every single good thing that there is in this industry, with zero ego, not saying buy this, sell this, just literally saying these are the things that are good, rather than pointing out things that are all bad, just pitting things against each other, weighing them up and going, that one's probably the better one of the two, without saying buy it. And then no one can blame me this time around, because people love to blame me. You press a button on your screen, and for some reason that ends up as my fault. It'll never make sense to me. How can you press a button, but it be my fault that you've pressed that button? Whatever happened to personal responsibility? If I told you to kill your wife or kill your husband, sure, this is why we get banned on YouTube. If I didn't say that, if I told you to, I don't know, steal a man's watch, would you do it? If you did do it, who would be guilty of that crime? Me for telling you to do it, or you for doing it? You would be guilty for doing it. I wouldn't be guilty of doing it. So you did it, not me. I don't know if there's any culpability in that scenario, but I don't tell people what to do. I tell them what I'm doing. If you want to copy along, fair enough, do whatever you want. At the end of the day, we make and we lose. We don't win on everything. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. That is the game. You just try and win more than you lose. Pretty sure TAP did an 80x after TMG mentioned it. It did a 90x. They did a full-on 90x. It did 9,000% increase in a week. It was insane. My bag that I put in, I'm putting like 200k or whatever it was at the bottom. My bag at the top was like $18 million or whatever it was. It was insane. I was sat on a tremendous amount of money then. You'd be an idiot not to take some profit, but I didn't take enough, nowhere near enough. But I ended up putting a lot back into the chart just to support it, because I could see the price was going down and momentum was being lost. So I tried to manage it the best I could, but at the end of the day, the market took it in the direction that it was always going to take it, which was down because of mismanagement from the team and failures and errors and inability to update the application and fix basic things like adding an order book to the application. That's what ultimately destroyed that project. So, and it's not that it's destroyed, it could absolutely come back and rip 1000x. I'm not saying that it's dead, I'm saying that it needs the changes, and the team needs to acknowledge that it needs the changes. I had a look today inside the group on Telegram, and it's just basically people begging for an answer and the team not saying anything. Now, I know Arsene, I know him very well, and he's a friend. I don't like to say bad things about people, but at the end of the day, it's a fail. It is a fail. And it reflects badly on me. So I have to say these things, because if I don't say these things, then I look like a tit. So, yeah, I don't run the project. I am literally just an investor like you are. I don't know why people seem to think that I somehow control the price of it and stuff like that. It makes no sense. Right. You did take responsibility. You did tell people what to do. Yeah, I said if you put money in XTP, when the price is 0.00002, then you will probably make money, of which I was 100% correct about, and you are still in profit to this day. If you put money in when I first made a video about XTP, you're up about 4x at this point in time. I could literally, I wonder if I could find it in my wallet. Let me have a look. The other thing, well, yeah, Uniswap banned TAP as well, didn't they? That was another thing that happened. Uniswap delisting TAP and putting it on a thing so you couldn't actually trade with it. I am absolutely positive I have a wallet here with all my TAP in it, or at least some of my TAP. Let me see if I can find it. I wonder if I can find it. Let's have a look here. I know it's towards the bottom of this list. It should be one of these, I think. It's one of these jobs where I've got like 1,000 wallets and I don't know which one it's in. So let's just hope I can find it. But yeah, fancy a pun on Umbrella. Jesus Christ, man. There's like one person working at Umbrella these days. That's not going anywhere. No, don't do that. Your money's just going to get burned. It might go up for a little bit, but predominantly it's not going to be going up anytime soon. So try and make better decisions. That's what I'd say to that one. yeah. People don't seem to realize that when Bittrex died, it took a huge impact on the ecosystem of Tap. Anyway, would be cool if you revisited your old projects and say which you kept and which you dropped. Predominantly, I've kept pretty much everything, and the only ones that I've sold to fund bad investments. So, yeah, predominantly, I'm not. I'm still quite well capitalized on the altcoin side of things, but I'm not as probably well capitalized as I would like. And I don't know where I've put these. Which wallet did I have it in? Feel like I had it in a wallet on a different phone. Oh, I don't even know where I put my Tap. That's how little it crosses my mind. Where have I put it? I don't want to spend forever looking for it, but I will find it for the next stream to see how much it's worth. I'm hoping it's in this wallet. Here we go. Nope. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, we might actually have a profitable trade going on here. Oh, when we look through our old wallets, we discover things. Look at this. Spool. What's Spool at these days? You could put... What's going on here then? I can see the price of it here. I don't know what's going on with this. The Spool. It's this one. I can only assume it's this one. Oh, I don't know. Apparently, I've got 50 grand of that. I don't know how much I had at the time. Maybe I had like 70 or something, but I don't know. Apparently, it's worth money. I'll press one more wallet in here, and then I'm going to give up, and we'll get back to the business of what we're meant to be discussing, which is, of course, the crypto market for the day. Solana currently 180. I think Solana's one of the best buys out there right now. When we compare charts, Solana's got nowhere near the growth that ETH's had recently, and it will catch up. It's inevitable. Solid buy right now is Solana from my perspective. But again, when I say it's a solid buy, what I don't mean is throw all of your money into something and cross your fingers. What I do mean is be sent. Oh, my God, that is depressing. That is so depressing. Oh, that is brutal. My next error bag that used to be worth 20 something grand is currently worth 200 and something grand. Sorry, is worth 15,700. You could buy 20 grand's worth of Nexera for $15,000 right now. Maybe that's what I should do. There's so many options. The thing is, you buy now, and it don't happen if we don't get the bull market. If we don't get the bull market and the coin price doesn't come back, well, it's sad times, isn't it? Because you're going to be stuck with the bag. So it's very much a weighing it up right now. Is it worth jumping into the crypto market again? Is it worth one last roll of the dice? I've got to say I think it is worth one more roll of the dice. I've got to say. I really do. Nero is a must look, can't fade, actual sister of Doge. I'm sure. 3 tokens to watch over the next 6 months: Chippy, SWISSBORG, and Polkadot. Pull Polkadot off that list because it probably will only do a 2 or 3x. It's Polkadot at the end of the day. They will be better performers. I like Aptos. Woof. Why is that happened? Did something happen to Aptos the other day? What the crap is that about? That had a nice run up for so long, back up to $5.61, and now it's back at 4. Alright, it's amazing entry on Aptos right now. Don't know if it's a bad reason that's causing it, but you can get an amazing entry on Aptos right now. Soul Pumps, Chippy, yes, if you want exposure to Salana, Chippy is my play. So I don't hold an awful lot of Salana. I hold a lot of Chippy though. Chippy is my Solana exposure. And I keep buying more of it. And I continually buy more of it. I haven't bought any the past couple of days because it's my birthday, so I've been having a bit of time off. But still, Chippy will do well. Chippy is a barometer of how successful the TMG community is becoming. So if you're a member of my community, or at least you watch my videos and you like me, honestly, buy a couple $100 worth of it. Don't allocate your whole portfolio to it, but buy a couple $100 of it if you like me. Because you'll support me, support the project, and ultimately we're trying to grow it quite heavily in Asia. So we're doing events in Asia. We're doing one in South Korea in September. We're making the NFT collection, everything like that with it. And we're going the Pudgy Penguins route. Very heavily inspired by Pudgy Penguins. I've been doing a lot of work on the Chippy thing. So Chippy will do great. I have no doubt in my mind about Chippy. It's a 12 month hold. That's from my perspective where Chippy is. It's like by this time next year, 100 million market cap at least, which will be a definite multiplier on where we are right now. And I'm confident in that because I believe in me. But that's not a guarantee that'll happen. That's just me saying I'm confident in myself. There is a 91.2% chance we will make a new high in the New York session. I can kind of get behind that. We are really looking like all magnetism to the downside has evaporated at the moment. They're like these drops here. They look like buy the dip drops to me. It reminds me of this. Boom, boom, boom. Like the next boom is. I want out of my short positions. I really want out. My short entry is like there. That's where, like, literally where my short entry is. Can we not just drop down like 1% so I can get out, and then we'll be all back to the upside and everything. Ah, God, it's painful. Yes, Max, the watch comes with box and papers. What happened to Cult Dow? I have no idea. We gave up on that before even the bull market had ended. I gave up on Cult Dow like, I don't know, 4 years ago. Why is it still in the chat? Why have you not moved on? Why have you not bought anything since then? Why does no one rotate their portfolios and like, oh, this one's underperforming, maybe I should sell it? Why? I can't make a video saying, oh, maybe you should sell this, this, and this, because then I'll get a bunch of angry comments. So just remember that. I can't make a video telling you to sell. I can make a video saying I've taken some profit, but if I make a video saying, oh, you should sell this, and then imagine it goes up. Imagine it goes up. Imagine the state of the comment section if I said sell, take some profit, and then the price keeps going up. The comment section would be a disgrace because everyone would blame me for selling early, despite the fact that in the longer term, the price is always going to reset lower than whatever it is anyway. So that's the thing about altcoins. You've got to remember, they're attention based. As soon as that attention starts dropping off, sell it. You might take a 10% hit over what the all-time high is, but it's so much cheaper to sell as soon as the attention drops off. The reason why I'm so confident that we'll probably end up making some pretty good numbers pretty soon in crypto is because the attention, although the prices have dropped off just a little bit on some coins, the attention is not gone. The attention is continually increasing. And I showed you these charts on my other channel. Look at this. This is literally just the definition of why altcoins are where you should be looking right now. Because look at this chart here. The altcoin, sure, is falling away a little bit from where the highest high was. Let me just switch myself a little bit lower there. Sure, it's falling away a little bit from where the highest high was. But altcoins are still absolutely ripping in terms of a search term versus where it's been like for forever. If we go past 12 months here, there's never been this much interest in altcoins, and on that chart it does continually increase. Like there's no drop off in that chart. This is what you need to be looking at in terms of Bitcoin. We go on Bitcoin and we look at the past year on Bitcoin, and we'll see again a similar chart here, but Bitcoin's nowhere near as strong as what the altcoin search term is. So people are looking for it right now, and we should be looking to capitalize on the fact that people are looking for it, because ultimately they're looking for it but they won't commit. A lot of people won't commit until they end up buying the top, And so you've got to bank on the fact that people are going to buy the top, and so you want to be the one that sells it to them when the price is at the maximum price. That's the altcoin market. So yeah. It's such a difficult one though. At the moment, the market at the moment. So we've had this here. This is one of the things that makes me think that Bitcoin is due a breakout, because we're at Thursday right now. I think we're Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Bitcoin inevitably is going to come up to this line here overnight, probably at about 120,000. It's going to be a stinger for me, innit, if it doesn't come down at all. Then ETH is looking quite high in the range right now, but not like terribly high in that it's scary. It just like it looks really bullish. That's like this, like it's been sold off and then it keeps going up again. It just looks really bullish. That's how I'd describe it. Super Grok. What are you on about with Super Grok? I mean, I used Super Grok for today's thumbnail. But yeah, for those of you just tuning in right now, please do slap a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. I forgot to ask that so far today. We've got 79 likes and 156 people watching. But if everyone that hasn't pressed the like button presses that like button, we'll cross 100 likes pretty easily. And I'd really appreciate that. Make sure I subscribe to the channel. No doubt, because I've made a video on this channel now for the first time in ages, we're going to drop 100 subscribers. So it is what it is. People say, oh, you're farming for the Rolex. By the way, if you want to win a Rolex, I don't care at this point. Subscribe, don't subscribe. There's a form in the video description. Fill it in. Obviously, I'd rather that you subscribed, and I'm going to pick someone that looks like they've been active in my community for a while. So if you've been active in the community for a while, you're definitely a better chance. So please do enter the giveaway. I want to benefit someone that actually is stuck by me rather than stabbing me in the back all the time like Lee Scully. Lee's a bit of a prick, to be honest. All I ever see from him is just being an asshole comments. Like, come on, Lee, just be nice. You watch all my videos and you just like rage comment on everything. Just be nice. I have no problem with you, man. You have a problem with me though. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. But there are some people out there that are like that, where they see success and they get upset by it. And they just assume that my life is easy and that I never have any troubles or anything like that, which is just not true. I'm being sued in America. I have got probably less money than what I did at this time in the last bull market. I have a lot more assets now. I do a lot of paperwork now. Life's changed in a way that is not... It's just more adult now. And I'm trying to get my shit together, basically, so that I can then level up this bull market. Because ultimately, this bull market, I have my own goals. I have my own ambitions. I want to get to a net worth of 100 million. I know it sounds a bit unrealistic and everything like that, but I think it's achievable. But it's only achievable if we apply ourselves and we put our minds to it, and we stream all the time, and we make videos all the time. We really focus on work. And for you, again, at home, it's very achievable. Anyone can make $100 million in a bull market. You don't need a lot of skills. You just need the time that you commit to this. And right now, if you're looking at the market and you're going, bloody hell, maybe I should quit my job, do it. You don't get... This opportunity comes around once every 4 years. You're going to apply yourself and you've got to focus. And if you apply yourself and you focus and you really get involved with crypto communities, you will do well. Now, there are several different ways that anybody can make money from joining cryptocurrency, like as in a full-time job. Like if you work full-time and you go, how can I do this? I can't even get a secondary income from this stuff. I'm rubbish at trading. You don't need to trade. There are so many ways to make money in crypto. The first thing that you should do is join Telegram groups. Try and manage those Telegram groups. Be active in those Telegram groups. You will then become a moderator. Now, if you take Crypto Saving Expert's course on becoming a community manager, which most of you won't do because most of you are lazy, but if you want, also, by the way, we're doing this $10,000 to $100 million challenge. Fuck me, that'd be amazing. A $10,000 to $1 million challenge at the moment in the CSE Discord. Let me just bring up the Crypto Saving Expert website so I can show you what to do here. So, Crypto Saving Expert. I'm going to put a link for this in the chat right now. And a lot of you go, stop shilling your own stuff. No, listen to me for a second. This is quite important, because if you want to actually make money in this industry, there are a few things that you need to do. The first thing is you need to join Crypto Saving Expert. So you go onto this website that I've just put in the chat right now. You go scroll down and then you press on this button here. You switch it to monthly. Now, for 1 month, it's £20. So the cost of like not even a cup of coffee a day, like the cost of a jar of instant coffee. That's it. A jar of instant coffee. You can get this. Now, what you need to do, there is a discount code, NY or ATH80, I think it is. Also CSE80. Both of them will work. So you click through here, you click on sign up. You put your details in there, then you press sign up. Then you get through to the checkout page. You make sure you're on the monthly plan. It's £20 and you get to join the Discord. In the Discord, I post all of my trades. So I can, again, show you an example of that just to so you all understand exactly what's going on here. I'm going to show you an example of me showing my trades. Hopefully it pops up on the right screen, but I don't think it's going to. I'll just... There we go. That's the one. Right. So let me bring that up here because I'm going to get back to the community manager thing in a second. This is just me showing you this thing first. So within the hub here, which I can show you. So within the hub, I post all of the trades that I take in this trading challenge that I'm doing for myself right now. I'll do a good job at this. I'm pretty confident. I have been doing pretty well so far. So far we took a bunch of different trades. We ended up with $15,500. And then we took some more trades. I managed to get the balance up to about $16,900, starting with $10,000. But right now we're back at $11,000 again because I made a small error today, and that small error took our, or rather I made the error yesterday. Basically we were trading, let me find it, we were trading, which screen have I got it on? That one. Right, so we were trading this. And basically the price, I went short on it here, or rather no, I went short on it here, and then the price went like that, and I had to take a $3,500 loss on it. And then we held it all the way back down. Just right now, if I show you if I add on order history here, so you can see, well, you can't see because for whatever reason there's no green arrow, but I goes long on it there, and I literally cashed out, like before we came on stream. Got out for break even on it. So we're all pretty much starting again from $10,000 here. If you want to join that challenge, join the Crypto Saving Expert Discord. There's loads of good, smart entrepreneurs in there. There's celebrities in there, like full-on like A-list celebrities that I know that's in there. Honestly, the diversity in that group is incredible. There are people in there that I know are worth at least £50 million. There are people in there that I know are worth at least £10 million. There are people in there that I know that are worth £20. There are people in there that I know that are worth minus £50,000. Like, there's every kind of person on earth in there, which gets this eclectic group of opinions, and everyone discusses what they're doing inside all of these groups. And you can go on like general chat and stuff like that, have a chat with everybody. If we go to the current one that's the most popular one is Flex Trades, where people post the trades and stuff like that they've been taking. There's so many different areas of this. I highly recommend you join it for £20 a month. It's nothing. And also, in addition to all of that, you get, and I'm showing this so hard because we spent £3 million building this, and you don't have that many users, to be honest. We have, in total sign-ups, I think like 400 and something paying members, and it doesn't cover quite the wage bill, and I'd really like it to cover the wage bill. So I'm just going to sign in here to the thing. Let me just sign in. Bosh, and then there we go. Sign in. Right. So let me just show you one of the courses that you should take. So once you've signed up and you've got that, you've got access to all the courses as well, included in the £20 a month. Within all of this, the smartest, richest, and most successful people, this guy, right, absolutely cheesy. One of the richest people in the group. Very wealthy man, Unicorn Magus. I think he's had his differences with me at some points in time, but I hope it's all water under the bridge. But basically, he's a very good member. Listy as well, very smart, very educated. Hugo, very smart, educated. All of these guys, they've done incredible work within the Discord, and they've managed to accrue massive amounts of point scoring from completing all of these different courses that we've put together. But if you scroll through here, there is one that has made more people into having like a part-time job, a full-time job in crypto, that basically The amount of people that I know that have taken this course, how to become a community manager, 7 chapters, don't take that long. Maybe it's like a 30-minute course, something like that. And it goes through all of the different things that is required. You can see how it looks when I click on it. It tells you all of the different things that you can do. And basically, when you start asking and speaking to people within the Discord, you'll start getting answers on how you can achieve all of these things. The like-minded community that it is, it's fantastic. So for 20 quid, do it. Now, that's my shill for Crypto Saving Expert over. But honestly, I think that you're crazy if you don't do it, because we are at that point in the market where you've got to make some important decisions. Do you invest in a paid community, or do you stick with the free Telegram groups just talking to the same old people? Or do you dive into something a bit new, a bit different? And we do AMAs. We have every week, we have live coaching for trading coaching that comes from Block Pro, who's a professional trader that works for me, and he educates everyone in the Discord. I'm hoping that we managed to kind of grow the Discord, and so I'd highly recommend you sign up for it. All of the information for that, if I just bring up the stream here, so I can actually bring it up on the thing to show you what button to press, literally to walk you through the whole process. But if I bring up my stream, free Telegram groups, just talking to the same old people, go like that. Are we still recording? Yep, voice is still coming through and everything. Right, so this is me on the screen here. If you go on this, and you, oh look, by the way, we're on 99 likes. Can someone press that button, please? I want to get to at least 100. Scroll down a little bit. You get to that section there. CSE Plus Education Discord 80% off. If we get a few members through, it's not going to be 80% off anymore. For everyone else, it'll be 60% off. Putting it at £20 a month, there isn't any money in it, honestly. Like, there's just no money in doing it at £20 a month. I just want people to learn. I care. That's it. My problem is I care too much. If I went out and I charged a premium amount of money for it, if I charged you 20 grand a month, I'd probably make more money. But the thing is, the community wouldn't be as buzzy and as active as what it is. So I'd recommend that you join that, because the amount of stuff that we do with it is great. It's going to be very educational, very strong. But yeah, use code ATH80 or CSE80. But I'm pretty sure ATH80 works. But it only works on a monthly plan. Right. Enough of me shilling that. Let's get back to the charts here and see what the crack is, because I believe in the past 5 minutes or so we are looking to maybe make a move to the downside that might allow me out of my short position. Now on the chart, my short position is there, so I want it to get back down to that green line. Bro, I like your hat. I like my hat too. It's actually the Bubba Wallace NASCAR hat is this. I got it at the NASCAR in Atlanta. Oh yeah, I went to Atlanta as well. I might even go to the Speedway to go on again in Atlanta soon to go and see BitBoy, because BitBoy's in prison in Atlanta. So I kind of fancy another trip to Atlanta. I'd love to go see BitBoy in prison. Yes, Tyrell, I am in Dubai. Can you see? Would you like to see the background? Let me. Should come to my house. I'm not going to be in it much longer. I'm moving house to a much more cost-effective place. I can do an opening of the door though. Here we go. Way. Oh, there's a Lamborghini as well. It's a nice view out there, but you can't quite see it, to be honest. I've even got my. I just noticed it then. My bedtime T-shirt on. Nothing scares me. I'm a crypto investor. I think my girlfriend's parents bought it for me Christmas a couple of years ago. But it's actually a really comfortable T-shirt, so I quite like it. Discord fan right here. So much alpha, so everyone should get on board. Yes, the more the merrier. The Discord, we're trying to make it as cheap as possible to get as many people as possible through that door, because it's £20 a month at the end of the day. It's nothing. It literally, you sneeze and you spend £20 these days. So just give me £20 and try it out. 1 month. It's £20. Even the second month is also £20, and the third month is also £20. Like when you use that discount code, it's a forever code. But the thing is, if I get rid of that discount code, it won't be a forever code anymore, will it? For those of you that don't do it now. If you do it now, it's forever. For as long as that subscription runs, it costs only £20. So that's the way it works. We can't put the price up of it. I'm wondering if I'm actually fully in focus here. Nah, it'll do. Who cares? It's probably all pixelated anyway. Um, what kind of quality is coming through on this stream? Actually, let me just have a quick peek myself. What kind of quality are we getting through on it? It's quite dark, but aside from the darkness, I can fix the darkness. 1 second. Let's fix the darkness. I've put a carrier bag over a purple carrier bag over my studio lights, and I quite like the effect that it gives. Makes it more moody, sexy, like in the red light district. Oof. The comments as well about me putting on weight. Actually, shut up. No, I have actually lost 6 kilos in the past month or so. I'm doing a pretty good job at dropping the weight at the moment. Today maybe not the best day for it because I had a Dave's hot chicken for my tea, and for lunch I had half of a pizza. But that aside, I am doing a lot better job on the whole going to the gym thing. So I might even do that after today's stream. I'm trying to go to the gym every single day because unlike all the other crypto YouTubers, I still feel like a bit of a blob. And as everyone's got ripped and rich, I would also like to be ripped and rich. Currently, I'm just rich, but I'm not ripped. I am rich, but I'm not ripped. I'm a blob because I sit in front of a screen trying to make money all the time. So, yeah, it is what it is. Only one open position today. Well, currently, yes. For the challenge, we just have a tiny Ethereum short open. There's nothing like serious in terms of this. I might, if this comes back up again to like 13, 14, I might fancy the short off the underside here, like 12.5. I might fancy that short off the underside. As it is, look, you're playing with fire shorting stuff like this because it's so manipulated. I'm lucky to get out. Oh, yeah, you can see where I got in. I pressed the short button there, and then it went up. And then I pressed the get out button there. You're playing with fire, trading with this kind of thing because it can run 200 or 300%. Say that you get an absolute ripper. There's no guarantee that it's going to come back down to earth. So, yeah, you are playing with fire, and you've got to be very aware of that when you're trading with such volume on stuff. For what have I been sued for? We don't need to get into that. I'm not getting into that. I actually don't. I don't think I'm allowed to get into that. It's nothing crazy. It's just some people that think that I did something that I didn't do. But as per usual, the only way to actually tell people these things is through a lawyer, which is annoying because then that costs a lot of money. And I hate spending loads of money on things that just don't achieve anything for anyone. It doesn't you won't win because your cause is useless. So you wasted a bunch of money on a lawyer. That means I've got to waste a bunch of money on a lawyer. Neither of us achieve anything. And we both go home with less money. Because I can't be bothered suing for damage or anything like that, because then you again have to pay your lawyer to sue them for damages. It makes no sense. So yeah, BitBoy's in a mental institution. I don't think he's in a mental institution. Crypto space feels it has gaps when your usual guys aren't here. That includes BitBoy too. It doesn't feel right. Yeah, I know. For me, it's sad. I genuinely miss BitBoy a lot. I used to watch his videos every day. I can show you my watch history on YouTube. Even now, I go back and I watch his manifesto. I put it on I sleep. I've slept to BitBoy's manifesto at least 10 times. I put it on and I go to bed. I love BitBoy's manifesto. It is an absolute masterpiece. And I feel bad for the guy because he didn't deserve what happened. He had his business stolen off him. TJ snaked him out of it. And then everyone on YouTube made fun of him for it because no one on the internet has sympathy. And BitBoy is a genuine, caring, nice person. And he got bullied. And it sent him insane. And then he kept on having his weed vape all the time before his streams, and then he'd have it on the streams, and then before you know it, it's just 24/7 just mental ramblings from BitBoy, and then you're going, Christ, man, just stop it, please stop it. And I sent him so many messages saying, please stop it, and he never responded to me. Just kept going with it, kept going with it, kept going with it, and then he ends up getting arrested and put in prison, and he's been there for 6 months. Sad. It's genuinely sad, is that, because it didn't need to happen that way. He just needed to listen, but he couldn't. His ego got in the way, and it got him in some serious bother. Being with CSE since the start, top platform. Thank you, Dr. Davey. I really appreciate that. Just joined, looking at getting into my alt positions again. You think we will be going back up soon, or still have some downside coming? I don't want to offer an opinion on that right now. What I would say is, for all of my opinions, I am pretty religious when I have a thought, opinion, or make a decision in terms of investing in a cryptocurrency. I always put it in Discord. I don't generally put it on YouTube. I don't generally put it on Telegram, but I always put it on Discord, because people are paying at the end of the day. That's what you're paying for your information for. So I might forget things for YouTube, for videos. Like, I'm not the world's best content creator. I'd have a lot more subscribers if I were. But yeah, I'm very religious at always putting everything that I'm doing in Discord. And you'll see that when you join. Like, there'll be gaps, but that's because I'm having a gap. So if I'm having a gap, sure, there's less content from me, but there's still regular content, because we have other people in the Discord that are there to create content for you, that are there to hold these meetings all the time. They have regular AMAs, not just with me, but with other key members of my team at Crypto Saving Expert. It's not just it's me. It's a whole business full of people. It has staff. There's like 13 of us that are all working on this thing. We have lawyers, we have accountants, we have tax advisors, we have traders. We have such an array of people that are there to ask and help, as well as the community themselves, which for the most part are established businessmen, because the average person that wants to join one of these things actually has money to invest. Most people that are in there have money to invest, and that's why they're in there. I'm just reading the chat again now. You've solved that hard problem of being rich. Being ripped is easy. Yeah, not anyone can go to a gym. Not anyone can get rich. That the getting rich part is more. Saying that, I say that, but I've actually found it way easier to get rich than I have found to get ripped, because it's not for the want of trying. I have tried for a very long time. I'm just pudgy. What can I say? It is what it is. BitBoy was the only one who called the top last bull run. Yeah, no, I didn't call the top either. I called the bottom, but I didn't call the top. I got bullied heavily for calling the bottom as well. But it is what it is. Everyone always forgets about these things. I've learned that, to be honest, ego and pride go nowhere. They don't achieve anything. You may as well just crack on with life and kind of just enjoy what you've got going on. By the way, guys, if you're just joining the stream, do drop a like on. I'd really appreciate it. I've got 115 likes right now, 150 people watching the stream, which is fantastic. I'm here for the long haul, and I'm any questions and stuff like that, just interact with the chat. We're just having a what happened to that Martini guy stream before we get back to the daily business of smash out the altcoin content. Let's make 100x every day. I can't wait for that time to come back. I'm praying that time comes back. But if that time doesn't come back and I make these videos, I'm going to feel like jumping out of the window, because it'll be so embarrassing. But I have to do it because I'm a crypto YouTuber, and I picked the world's most difficult space to make regular content about things that you enjoy. It is honestly such a difficult area of the internet to exist into, because you make a good decision, people take their own credit for it. You make a bad decision, people blame you. There is generally only downside unless you're actually making money yourself, which is a bloody good job that I can do that. So yeah. Chico Crypto hasn't been on it in a while either. Yeah, but Chico was an ETH whale. Chico's really rich. So I imagine that Chico is pretty much just retired. When was the last time that Chico made a video, actually? Like I know that a lot of the kind of OG crypto YouTubers have all just kind of checked out at this point. To be honest, there's the OG people are they cheesed. Uh, when was the last time Chico made a video? Then Chico, uh, Chico last made a video a year ago. But didn't also Chico was having mental difficulties at some point in time, wasn't he? I know Chico for a while, like he was making his crazy videos, as in he was doing the mental breakdown thing like BitBoy was doing. You'll never see that from me. I don't do drugs, so I can't have a mental breakdown because I actually believe very strongly that drugs are generally the thing that causes most mental breakdowns. But Chico was absolutely loaded. The amount of like sponsorship that he used to pull in, like if you're doing a video and you're Chico, like you're banging 25k for those sponsors each video. Like it's huge money. So he must have some, unless he blew it all on drugs and died or something. But who knows where he is? He's not made a video in ages. In my opinion, you're a good content creator, just not consistent enough. No, absolutely. That's 100% my problem. That's what we're trying to fix, though, Tyrell. We're trying to fix the whole being motivated to make videos thing and trading with less money. Ultimately, it's the trading with a lot of money thing that distracts me, because when you've got the opportunity to make $10,000 in a minute versus spending 3 hours to make a video and maybe seeing a bunch of hate comments, I choose to make $10,000 in a minute, place a trade and leave. And so that's one of the reasons why I haven't been around so much, is just been focusing on me. Look, I like money. I don't like problems. I don't like people moaning at me. I don't like them calling me a scammer. I don't feel like I'm worthy of the term. I feel like I'm worthy of the term idiot a lot more than scammer. I've made many bad errors, but at the same time, over the long term, as I keep getting reminded about, to be honest, by people that are doing very well for themselves, is I've actually done a lot of good for the people. Like, so much good. There's so many people out there that have actually made a fortune based off of the videos that I have made. And not everybody has done, but that's the way that the markets work. Not everybody gets to win. But we have created a lot of wealth here. So it is what it is. BitBoy was saying about the financial cartel. Am I long or short right now? I'd honestly rather not say. That means short. I'm barely short. I'm like literally, I want the price of ETH to drop by $38. That's it. And then I'm out. I'm done. I'm not shorting. I'm going to go long on everything. I took these trades early today, and I've just been waiting for them to come back to me since 5 o'clock. It was a silly decision. I kind of... well, actually, I took them before 5 o'clock. I just took them at 4 o'clock on the way down, and then I held it too long. So, BitBoy called for 100k after we topped. Tyrell TMG. Trust me, Peter, I have asked Tyrell if he wants to do that, but Tyrell just ignores me. But we should. It makes sense. We both have a community. Share the community. YouTube algorithm loves it. We both get a boost out of it. But like that's up to Tyrell. I'm good. I'll travel. I'll come to Tyrell's house to make a stream if he wants that. Or we do it over the internet. I think it would be very good. Tyrell ultimately is somebody that is born out of the TMG universe, and gone on to do massive and huge things. So he went off the rails for a while, saying that it was his last video. Then he had a kid, and his last post on Twitter, Bitcoin was 54k. Do you still use SWISSBORG? Not economy update. Don't know what's going on with the not economy. Dev's still missing, so there's no funds for it at the end of the day. Dev took funds. There's no update for it. I'll persist. I love the idea of it, but I don't have time to do all these things. I just have to focus on what works. I just focus on Chippy. I write it off as a loss. I lost like 35 grand in it. It is what it is. I have to at some point just be realistic with myself and say, look, we'll come back to it. I'll look forward to coming back to it, but I don't know when is the answer. I want to come back to it ASAP. It'd be amazing. Something big just happened then. What is all this about? So the candles, they just started moving really quickly. What is this about? You know what this is going to happen? It's going to stab it down a little bit, one of these big ones, then it go bam, straight to the upside. It does it all the time. It's tempting me. It's tempting me into going, oh, maybe you should increase your short position. No, it's not going to do it. Just hit my green line. As soon as it's at the green line, I'm happy. I'm out of my position. I can sleep well. Where are we with the funds we gave to it? Says Dominic. Don't know. Follow the trail. Look. Literally look. It's got nothing to do with me. It was a friend of mine's project. The friend of mine disappeared off the face of the earth. I haven't heard from him. He's gone. So I won't dox him because I get the feeling he's dead. But I haven't heard from him in years. He's just gone. So he either stole the money and left, or more likely took the money, tried something dodgy, and went to prison. So that's where I'm at with it. I don't know. But that's the risk that we take when we invest in anonymous projects, and we take accountability for our actions when we do such things. Not every hole's a goal. Not every investment's a winner. Trust me, I know. I have made lots of bad ones over the years. Many, many big mistakes. Like, fumbled a lot of bags. But now I've learned from that. I just stick to Bitcoin, Salana, Ethereum. Bitcoin, Salana, Ethereum. You ever need a bit of advice? Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. You don't want to lose money in this industry? Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. You want to actually make some money long term? Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. Chippy. Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. Chippy. But, well, I missed you and I'm still here hoping for my bags to actually pump. I've been waiting a long time. So am I. One day. You should start sports gambling. Hugo, I think that's a slippery slope. I have a mixed record at best when it comes to accurately picking things over the past few years. If you just take my 2019 to 2021 record, it's amazing. 2022 through to now is very mixed. There's been a few big winners like XTP, like Daffy. Daffy, don't forget, Daffy did a 90x. I was 80x. So 80x or 90x after I started covering it. It went crazy. That was an amazing call. But again, there was a lot of profit taking and then the price went down. So it is what it is. And then people don't take the profits and they buy the top and then it's my fault. Don't forget, it's always my fault. And then people go, oh, why do you make YouTube videos anymore? Because it's always my fault. And so the new style of content that I'm making is, to be honest, the same as the old style. I'm not learning from my mistakes here. It will be my fault again this next time. Just like, there'll just be a lot more disclaimers in the videos. Because and I'm not very good at phrasing things in a way that's not very passionate. So I think the passion often comes off as it can be like advisory, and the passion isn't advisory. The passion is just passion for what I'm doing. I actually really care. So yeah, tossing fries at McDonald's is greatly underrated. To be honest, if someone offered me a week working in a McDonald's, I would take that offer. I would love that. I fantasize about owning a McDonald's. I'd love it. Think of all that unlimited Big Mac sauce. I also, I said that, look, if anybody that's watching this right now can acquire Subway sauce, sweet onion Subway sauce and Southwest Subway sauce, not the ones that you can get from an American and Canadian supermarket, but the actual ones that come from the store, and they generally come in a blue bag, a blue like plastic bag, the stuff that they actually use on your sub in the shop. If you can acquire that I'll pay $75 a bag for it. Can anyone get some? Because I'll pay. I might even go to $100 a bag for it. But I'll buy it. So if you can get it, let me know in the Chippy chat. I'll pay. And if you let me pay in Chippy, I'll pay you $125. But yeah, I'm getting way off topic here. You do AMA with crypto companies live on stream, or is that classed as a paid sponsor? Look, you want to pay me and jump on a stream? Absolutely. Come on. As long as you let me be honest. My only caveat with everyone these days is you can't buy my my opinion. My opinion isn't for sale. You can have exposure. I will help you the best I can. But if I have a genuine concern, question, or anything like that, I want the ability to ask it publicly. Because if I can't do that, I can't work with somebody. Because what I've learned over the years is when I decrease my honesty in that I don't ask the questions that I feel like should be asked in favour of just kind of sweeping it under the rug and ignoring some issues, I feel like it creates problems later down the line. So I will now always, from now on, I'm absolutely for sale. You can come on the channel. But yeah, let me be honest at least. You can't buy my opinion. That's not for sale. Exposure is, though. Exposure is always for sale. Attention is a commodity at the end of the day. Who do you think is the biggest whale on YouTube? Michael Saylor doesn't count. Chris or Carl. Both of them are worth plus 100 million easily. Ever thought about getting back into Pulse Chain? I got screwed over on Hex, didn't I? I don't even know where my Hex Ethereum stuff is. I can't be arsed with it, man. I'd maybe get Richard Hart to send me 50 grand of Pulse Chain and I'll shill it like crazy. There you go. That's my offer. I like things that I'm invested in, but I don't actually hold any Pulse Chain. I got scammed on Hex because of the switch over to Hex on Pulse Chain rather than Hex on ETH. And when that switch happened, the denomination became like 10 to 1 or whatever it was, and I got screwed over by it. And I lost. I had like a huge bag, plus 100k of it, and then it was worth 10k. And I thought, sod this, I'll just wait till the peg repegs, and it's never repegged. So, here's what it is. Punt on Arsenal winning the Premier League this year, guaranteed. Nah, Leeds will win it probably. I fumbled a bag recently, and I can confirm that not every hole is a goal. Correct. Is he in Montevideo keeping Terra Luna? I don't know who that's referencing, but Do Kwon is still not arrested, I think. I think Do Kwon's free. I think I've seen him at some crypto events recently. Regarding sports, have you seen FX1? No. I actually have seen the sponsor, though. I've seen that on something, FX1, but I don't know what it is. You can't easily make your own sweet onion sauce. No, Greg, you're misunderstanding. I don't want to make my own. I already have made my own. I just want theirs. I went into one in Dubai the other day. I literally took $1,000 with me. And I was like, can I buy some? She was like, no. So I stuck 100 quid on the desk and I was like, are you sure I can't buy some? Everything has a price. And she was like, no. So I put more on it. And I ended up lumping $1,000 onto the desk, and she was saying, no, I can't sell you the sauce. I offered her $1,000 for the sauce at Subway, and he still wants. It's because I want that sauce. I want to eat salads, but I can't be bothered ordering from Subway all the time because the quality of the salad at Subway is terrible, but the sauce is quite nice. I want the sauce, and then I'll make my own salad. That's my idea. Because then I know that I'll lose weight a lot faster. Because when I eat salad, I like salad. I really like salad. The other thing I hear is that you don't get pork, so that's always an issue. Why not 11x long on ETH? We'll get there, just not until I close these positions out. We're pretty close now. We're only to $18 off closing my trades. $18 on Ethereum. Need an $18 drop to this green line. Do fib retracements only work on the 1 day, or can you apply it to all time frames? I think you can apply it to all time frames, yeah. It depends on... Yeah. They work on all time frames for the most part. I wouldn't say it's the world's most accurate tool, though. It's one of them ones where it's difficult to define. If correlation is causation, is that what it is? Maybe. It's like it's not a high. It's like maybe it hits 52% of the time. I'm not a general believer 100% in the fib retracement. I just feel like on the overall big moves, generally it seems to be pretty good at predicting where a bottom is, because everyone, when the price has been going down for a while, starts looking at the fib retracement tool and going, well, it'll probably go to the next band, then the next band, then the next band. Please get the theme tune going in the background. The old tune. No. Who's Chris and Carl? I'm not promoting the channels for them. They can pay me if they want that. Draw the fib on different time frames and see if it fits. No. That sweet onion sauce is so damn good. Yeah, no, I made a sweet onion sauce. It's really easy to do, right? You ever want to make a sweet onion sauce? You can make a really nice sweet onion sauce. But it's one that goes with like cheese and crackers rather than one that goes on a salad. You can use it on a salad, but from my perspective, it don't go nowhere near as well as the nice juicy one from Subway. And that's because of the way that you make it. So what you do, first of all, is you get your onions, you chop up like 2 or 3 onions, red onions, and you boil them in a pan with a bit of water, a bit of sugar, and a lot of balsamic vinegar. So you just keep dumping in that balsamic vinegar, but use glaze. Don't use actual balsamic vinegar. Use a mix of balsamic vinegar and balsamic glaze. So you mix the two together, you keep swirling it around, wait for the onions to soften up, but not too soft, just to the point where like it's getting hot, you don't want any burntness in there, and then you start dumping in sugar. So now you want your sugar water mix, so you add in a bit of water, and then you start dumping in sugar. And the sugar, bear in mind, sugar turns to liquid when you boil it. And then what you need to do is you need to put it on a low heat, like 2 or 3, and you just leave it leave it to boil. And you basically kind of create some jam. Now you can use pectin in it if you wanted to, but you don't really need to do that. The sugar will just solidify it over time when it's in the fridge anyway, so you don't need to worry about that so much. I didn't bother using pectin in mine, and I didn't use jam sugar. I just used normal caster sugar. And so yeah, just you need to make sure you've got enough balsamic in there, but it's very simple to make. But what it makes is more of like a rustic flavour that goes well with a mature cheddar. But I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the sweet, tacky onion sauce that you get with a Subway salad. And it's really nice. That's what I'm looking for. And when you mix it with Southwest sauce, it becomes just the best sauce on earth. So, yes. Join CSE and learn to trade without indicators. Exactly. Pedo does that himself. That would be like cycling without trading wheels. Crazy talk. No, Pedo does it. He's actually a profitable trader. He makes quite good money. I see a cooking channel in your future. I have discussed this with my other half multiple times. I enjoy cooking. I really enjoy cooking. When I'm not making trading content or trading, I'm generally cooking. I really enjoy it. It's good. Never been more profitable since when I dropped indicators. I mean, not all indicators are bad. It's just like market structure is the most important thing. So if you got an indicator that reads market structure, it's pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna do something now. All this talk is making my mouth water. I think Uber Eats is getting done. Yeah, problem with that though is you've got a 40-minute wait for it at least. That's always the problem when you have the ordering over the internet food. It just takes a while to come, doesn't it? And then by the time it comes, generally, you didn't manage to not eat anything, and then you took a snack, and then before you know it, you ate too much, and then you're not hungry by the time the food arrives. I'm not very disciplined when it comes to food and quantity sizes, which is one of the reasons why people go, "Oh, you're fat." Yeah, I know. Do you not think I know that? I know that, but I'm not fat. I'm just in the overweight category. I'm not in the obese category of my BMI. But there is a vlog, my racing vlog, but I've not put it out yet because I look fat. I look fat. The guy that filmed it, bloody hell, man, you did not do me any favours with the angles that you filmed that vlog. Yeah, it did not work for me. White Monster is the best. It is, but I'm not meant to drink it, which is why I said I'm going to do something that I shouldn't do. But it's bull market, and in a bull market, look, you've got to do the late nights and everything like that. So, did you have a good time for my birthday? Yeah, but also no, because the theme park was too hot. I went to the water park in Dubai, but it was like 42 degrees and humid, and the soles of my shoes burned through because they gave me these neoprene shoes, and the soles of them burned through, which meant that I was just walking on the floor, and then the soles of my feet burned, and I'm only now starting to get over it. But it was just like torture. It was just so hot, and you're getting in the water. The water's like 37, 38 degrees. It smells like India and sweat. Not that I'm being racist or anything, but you all know the smell of like somebody that hasn't bathed in like a week. It just is. There's a stench, and it was a very smelly experience. I did one water slide. I couldn't be bothered queuing up. Didn't do the fast pass thing because I got drunk the day before and I got up at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah. But I highly encourage everybody, please have a shower. More people in Dubai need to take a shower more frequently. That is my assessment of Dubai's water park. It was a smelly place. It was very smelly. And I don't appreciate poor personal hygiene. It makes the experience worse for everybody. You get racked because of your 10x leverage. No. Just no. Hugo also a very profitable no indicator CSE trader, and yes, and they're all trained. All the people in the Discord are all trained by Rainier, and Rainier's a very smart individual. Finally got an offer on the house that's been up for sale since Denver. Oh, that's good news. So you're selling your house. You'll be moving out of Keighley. I don't know if you live in Keighley. I visited Scottsdale once. It was about 45 degrees, yes. Berkey, you seem very keen that you think that I'm doing bad, but let me just explain. With the 10k challenge is actually in a profit right now. We'll get onto it in a second. What is that? Hugo said something about somebody stealing money. Who's... No, yeah, I'm getting confused by the chat now. But let me just speak to Berkey directly. We are doing the trading challenge. It is going well. We made a single bad trade. So let me show you the trades that we've taken so far. Yeah. First trade plus $2,800. Second trade plus $312. Third trade minus $420. Fourth trade plus $1,800. Fifth trade minus $210. Sixth trade minus $3,861. And that gives us now, starting with $10,000, an account balance of of $10,500 and $10,600. Bearing in mind that we are currently in a tiny short position, on Ethereum that is not making any money. But it probably will do. Like this morning, it was in a profit. It'll get back there. It'll go back under this line at some point. It's not crazy sizing. It's like 8 ETH. It's tiny. So it'll return to normal. Like if you look at what's the liquidation price, 4,971. Obviously, we're not going to be holding it that long. Like if we're going to get out way before then. So we'll make that decision on that sometime soon. But if you want to join in for the next trade that we take on this challenge, you're more than welcome to join because we're basically still starting from zero. And anybody can join. All you need to do is join the Crypto Saving Expert Discord group, for which I have explained how to join here. If you look here, you go to this link. I'll put it in the chat. It is also in the video description. All you need to do is go to that link there. In today's video description, there is a discount code. That discount code is, if I just look at the video description, that discount code is ATH8T. So I'll also put that in the chat. And what you do is you scroll down on this page here. You scroll down here, and then I'm already logged in. But there is one here, and it says annual. You go to monthly. So you click there. You go to monthly. Then there'll be a button down here that says sign up. Click on that. But you need to make sure you sign up on the monthly plan. And then you input code ATH80 at checkout. And then that'll make it £20 a month forever. So it doesn't cost a lot of money, and you make a hell of a lot more money being part of my community, in my opinion. Can't promise you that, but you probably will have a lot better experience of crypto in general, being part of my community. Because also we're running the trading, as well as running the trading challenge through there. You get access to all of the information on Earth that will make you a profitable trader. You can take all of these various different courses. The power of cryptocurrency loans. You want to learn about the power of cryptocurrency loans? You can learn all of this stuff. Crypto loans for trading, conduct through. You want to actually make some money in this industry, and you want to actually learn crypto in detail. There is no better. There's nothing better, because there's nothing that costs so little money that you get so much value from. And if you want one-to-one tuition, sure, that's the more expensive option. That's what the premium option is. But in general, most of yours is good. But the code is ATH80. Like that. And I would highly recommend everybody sign up for it. Got 132 likes right now, which is really nice. Thank you very much to everybody that has pressed that like button. Regarding meme coins, previous bull run had lots of dog coins. Think this time it's going to be a penguin bull run? No. It's going to be a fish run. I'm very confident in Chippy. Just like incredibly confident in Chippy. So, what is the top P&Ls here? So, that's me. You ever wondered which wallet's mine? That one. So, in this wallet here, I've so far managed to purchase 33 million Chippy, $117,000 worth of Chippy. And I've sent a couple bits to some friends and stuff like that. Like, if you ever see me, like, you see buying here. So I last bought a few days ago now. I didn't realize it was so long. But you can see here, like, every day, I buy. I had a few days off for my birthday. So what? I drank some alcohol. Had a couple of days off. I'll get back to it. Give me a chance. I'm not the world's most organised person. I have a lot of stuff going on. Yeah. Premium well worth the coaching. It is, because ultimately you invest in yourself. The funny thing about, we need to have a word about your plan, Pedo. I don't know if we want to take you on for another year. Yeah. Oh. I got such an itchy nose. Chippy tea. I had one of them yesterday. Free Chippy Friday is returning soon as well. Let's have a look at some on-chain indicators for Bitcoin. Let's see what the crack is. These premium accounts that no one else bothers paying for. Let me just log in here. Let me just go onto a different screen. I will log in on a away from the eye of the prying public. Right, here we go. Because I'm a premium user here, if I remember correctly. So, summary. They've changed the summary on here. I hate the summary now. It's so rubbish. Spot market, neutral. Futures market. To be honest, you know what I like these days? In terms of a useful tool, I like Hyperdash, or whatever it's called. Hyperdash, yeah. I like this one. For me, the best on-chain metric right now is this. So, if this is long, you should be long. If this is short, you should be short. This is right 100% of the time. It is never wrong. So you just need to have this page on a regular refresh so you can always see what that ratio is. But if 80% of traders on Hyperliquid are long, and then suddenly that number drops from 80 to 60, you know that you should place that short position, because this is the most, and this is the best directional indicator there is. It is amazing. As soon as you see this dropping off, go short. You can see here what people's general accuracy is like in terms of like how well people is doing. Like some people trying to short ETH, but the predominant amount of people are not trying to short ETH. If you go on to Trader Insight here, no, live trader feed, let's have a look. Just want to see if there's any easily accessible information that I've not checked out so far. I'm going to turn off ads as well on this stream, because I think that every now and again it throws in an advert and then people stop watching. So manual, there we go. And then I just won't press the button. So live trader feed, come on, connect. I don't have all the time in the world. Where is that Martini guy? I'm here. What happened to me? I tried some stuff and it didn't really work out, to be honest. That's what happened to me. You can't win it all. So I know the feeling of losing, put it that way. There's been a few bad business investments on my part that have not fully worked out. So back to the drawing board and back to trying to make back my fortune. Thanks for all the feedback on the stuff I asked. Really appreciate it. Glad to have you back, man. Looking forward to hitting a bull run with you. Got to go. Keep well. Oh, thank you, Piet. I appreciate the comment. Make sure you slap a like on the video and everything. How much percentage is bullish? More than 50. It's the direction of the trend. That's what you should be most interested in. You want to be keeping a close eye on this. Only problem with this website is like you can't click on anything. What happens if we click on Hyperdash for? Like you can click on each individual trader. Great. I can see this guy. I can see his account history. All this stuff. I can see what trades he's taking. I can see his all-time history. Honestly, it hurts me deeply inside when I look at this stuff here and I see somebody that has made continuously $52 million since May of last year. Honestly, that is insane. Congratulations to this guy, but currently he's in an unrealized P&L of minus $7 million. So I'm sure he's stinging right now. He's short on XRP $20 million from $2.10. Bloody hell. That is going to be an absolute sting. But it's little stuff like this where you can get a view into the eyes of somebody that is just so much wealthier than you. Like this guy here, he's been short. These are positions that he really should have closed. If I'm honest, he really should have closed. Unless he's farming the funding rates on all this stuff. Like if you look at that one there, he's been paid an absolute fortune to short Aptos. He's short on Ton. I don't know if I'd still be short on Ton. I don't know. This guy just seems to think that things are going to get worse looking at this. He's got an ETH short here. Nothing crazy. Salana shorts, they all look pretty new, to be honest. They look pretty new. But where's his big positions? His XRP ones, the ones that are costing him a fortune there. We can have a look at a couple of other different traders as well, just to kind of peruse and see what the big boys are doing on Hyperliquid. If you are interested in trading, by the way, I haven't mentioned it in today's stream, so I probably should mention it. please, if you're going to join my trading challenge and you're going to join the Discord, make sure you join Blowfin. It's the top link in today's video description. It's the exchange that we're using for the trading challenge. And I'm very strongly considering opening up copy trading for the challenge on Blowfin. So I'd appreciate it if you'd sign up to Blowfin and make an account, place a deposit, and when you place a few trades, you'll get some nice bonuses. You'll get some nice fee discounts. It's 20% fee discount anyway, just for signing up on that link. And happy days. Blowfin is a great place where you should be trading, and I would recommend that you check it out. Honestly, you can use it in the UK, US, Europe. It's not an issue. The only thing is, you may need a VPN. You don't need it on mobile because you can get it on the thing, but make sure you sign up via my link using a VPN, and then you can get the app off the App Store in any of these countries. And then as soon as you've got the app, you don't need to use a VPN anymore. So happy days. But still, you should always be using a VPN. And if you've not got a VPN, please do check out the link to ExpressVPN, again at the top of today's video description. I think I get like £30 if you buy through that link. So if you use that link for ExpressVPN, I get 30 quid. You get like a 90% discount or whatever it works out at. Unless it doesn't work anymore. Oh, you know what it is? I'm not running a VPN, and you can't access VPN websites from Dubai. So, yeah, I can't see that page, but you can. So, make an account on Blowfin anyway. Final link for it in today's video description. Sign up on the link. Deposit 10 grand so that you can copy along with the $10,000 to $1 million challenge. If you don't have $10,000, which obviously not everyone does, do it so that the maths is easy. So do $1,000 or do $100. And whatever it is, if it's $100, you're using 100x less than what I'm using. So on this trade here, where I'm trading with 8.4 Ethereum, you would be trading with 0.84 Ethereum. And if you did $1,000, you would be using... No, you'd be using 0.084 Ethereum. And if you had $1,000, you'd be using 0.84 Ethereum. So, like... You just keep the maths easier. So do 100,000 or 10,000. You'd even do 100,000, because if we manage to get to 1 million, you actually get to make 10 million. So if you have 100k spare, you could put it on Blowfin if you wanted to. But I think that the copy trade feature is actually capped on Blowfin at a certain size. So I don't know if you could full copy trade with 100k, but certainly I post all of the things to the Discord group as and when I do them, so that you're informed straight away. And we do have a very good track record at doing this. We've actually, out of all of the times that we've attempted the $10,000 to $100,000 trading challenge, we've actually achieved it 30% of the time to 1 million. So we've achieved it 30% of the time to 1 million, and we've actually achieved it 60% of the time to 300k. It's just when we get to 300k, it's always this like touch and go point for me where I seem to just blow the account. I really struggle at 300. So as soon as I'm past 300k, I'm literally doing it right now on an account, like live as we talk. There's what in this account right now, 250k. And I'm battling with it, battling back and forth, 300, 200, 300, 200, 300, 200, and it drives me insane. I just can't seem to break out the range. And yet, with this one, we're doing all right. We've been doing pretty good. Am I still racing? Yes, I bought a TCR car. I bought a new race car. I still own the race team, but it loses so much money. I've just lost interest. I don't care. The whole point of it was to make racing cheaper, not to make it more expensive. So I feel like slighted on it, honestly. The thing has just not come together how it was meant to come together. So, yeah. It's annoying, really, because it was meant to be cheaper doing a race team, and it was not. Definitely was not. Even now, it loses so much money that even if I'm not racing, it still requires 20k a month off me. 2 people, 20k a month, apparently. I don't know how you're losing so much money, but charge more or don't go racing. That's my thoughts on it. There's no way that you got fixed cost of that high. Anyway, Yes, that's what we talk about bad business investments. There's one. It costs like £3 and a bit million to do that. £3 and a bit million to do crypto saving expert. £1 million into a company that's never launched, never done fuck all. Like there's just like so many of these examples of bad investments I've done. I've burnt 10 mil easy on just being an idiot. Or what feels like being an idiot. So frustration. But we live and learn. It's humbled me greatly. So you'll be pleased to know that mentally we're probably on a very similar page. But I like to see the positive in things, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to always see the positive in things, because there's no point looking at the negatives. Being negative never achieves anything, and I feel like too many British people have this constant negative sentiment that actually doesn't improve anything. It just causes friction, and it's bad. So you should always see the positive in things. I had a great time doing a race team. It was really fun while I was doing it. It's a shame it cost so much money, but I did enjoy driving the car. Change your hobby? No, I like racing. Racing's fun. I'll just switch racing series. Racing doesn't have to cost so much money. The only reason it costs so much money is because people that go GT racing always want to measure the size of their Benjamin. They always want to compare. And so because of that, there is this pressure to compete in comparing Benjamins. And that just pushes the cost of everything up. And then it makes it unaffordable. And it's just silly. What happened to the videos on the channel? I had to take everything down because everything got struck. So it's a shame that happened. But hopefully we're back in business. Yeah, ETH is coming up in the short term, but Bitcoin isn't. Like if you compare ETH right now, ETH on the short term, it's doing a thing here. Depends on how aggressive, like, you believe in this. Like, who cares? With ETH, for me, we've got a pretty clear level that we need to crack, which is the high. As soon as we crack this high here of approximately 3766, we'll likely come up to about 4,000 and something. It'll be a pretty aggressive pump to the upside. Like, all these pumps have been pretty aggressive. I do ask myself, like, why is anyone paying this for Ethereum? Like, why are you doing this to yourself? But then I remember, oh yeah, all those idiot Wall Street people that called it a scam for the past however long are now like FOMOing in at the very top. Am I skint? No, I'm not skint. I'm not skint. I'm very rich. I literally have on my desk here like 100 and something £1,000 worth of watches. I left my house the other week for 2 weeks. No longer than 2 weeks, and I left all my watches on my desk. And I was not skint. My door didn't even lock. I forgot to lock it. I got back. I was like, but I didn't even lock my door. No, I'm not skint. I'm humbled. I've lost money for sure, but I'm not skint. We're not talking about net worths because I don't think it's important. But certainly, I could do with doing a win. I definitely could do with a win. But we'll get one. That's why we're back at work. We're back here for a win, which is why I'm very confident that if you join the channel, you watch the videos, you participate in the community, you join Crypto Saving Expert, all that stuff, I'm very confident that you'll get that win. I'm just super confident that things will come good for us because I'll force it to come good because I want it to come good for me. I've made bad investment decisions at the end of the day over the past couple of years that have not benefited me as much as what I would like in this bull run, which has resulted in a semi-negative disposition, which I want to address with some very positive results. So yeah, it's the battle against me. My skin, prove it. No. What do you mean prove it? What's skint to you? Tell me what skint is. I have a bank account with £2.5 million in it. I'm not skint. I have money, but that's like legit cash. non-legit crypto cash, we're still doing pretty good. Like we're far away from being skint. We're just not at $100 million anymore. And what feels to me like failure in a way is only feeling like failure because I achieved such a high. Otherwise, it wouldn't be. If most people was in my position, they would be absolutely buzzing. The only disappointment that I feel is because I put such a high amount of pressure on myself. I really I have this extreme ambition in me that just needs to achieve stuff. So I make me miserable by putting too much pressure on myself. Most people in my position would take a step back and probably do nothing for 10 years. But I'm not that guy. I tried it. And I like a little bit of rest and relaxation, but no. You like the Marquis hat? It's Bubba Wallace NASCAR hat. This, I love the hat. I got it at NASCAR in Atlanta. Can I see your watches? I love watches. Sure, we can do a watch show. We're preparing them all to get robbed, I guess. Good luck though, because I am in Dubai. Let me address the thing, because I'll bring them close to the camera. So, first up here we've got this one, which is my Patek. There's a really nice Patek. This one is I forget the model number. It works in the same way that a grandfather clock works though. So it's and then the back of it is pretty sick. It's got like all of these cool bits and stuff on it. That one, I can't remember how much money that one was. Let's have a look. Patek. How much money was that? Let me find it. I want another Patek. I asked for one the other day. I really hope he'll sell me one. I really want another Patek. The new Patek that I actually want. I'll show you what I'm fancying. But let me find this one first. Find your timepiece. Here we go. Right, so it's the. I'm gonna switch back to this view for now. I know I'm out of focus. I'll fix that in a second. So it is that one. So that one is. I don't know how much money it is. Where's the price? I don't know where the price is. I know that resale on them is like not higher than what they cost, but I'm pretty sure I paid 60 grand for it. Normally there's like a little downwards button on the website that tells you the price. I don't know. I don't care about the picture. I just want the. We're getting way off topic now. This is for the non-watch people who are getting like super bored really quickly. Yep, it tells the time at the end of the day in a very complex way. I think it's 60 grand, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Moving on. I got a root beer. I'm losing love for the root beer. Every time I wear it, I lose money. So I don't really like this watch. I feel like the brown on the root beer is representing poo for me at this point, because every time I put the bastard on, I lose money. So that's my root beer. Again, it looks pretty. It is a nice watch, but I prefer the Batman. The Batman's a sexier watch than the root beer, I think. Then I have the Bruce Wayne that we're giving away. Another lovely watch. You can enter to win that watch, the Bruce Wayne. The link for it is in the video description. And I'm going to go back into focus now, which is that direction on the focus machine. There we go. So, press that button, back in the top corner. Bosh. Yeah, so yeah, I've fallen out of love for the root beer. I wear it because it's a Rolex, not because I like it. I don't like it. watches are what they represent to you, and I've made a lot of bad decisions while wearing that watch, so it doesn't represent good decision making. So I don't like wearing it because every time I seem to put it on, I make a bad error. So I'm not a huge fan of it. What is my opinion on a Patek Philippe Nautilus? I'll show you the one that I actually want. Let me show you the Patek that I want. The collection, our collections. Maybe if I click on complications here, I can actually find the price for the one that I own. Moon phase, that one. No, why all these marketing and advertising? Yeah, regulator dial. I know it's a regulator. Find your complication. Here we go. We're back to the same page. Don't you just love Patek's website? I actually really like these ones. The white gold ones with the world on them. I think they look pretty sick. I've seen a few of them in person and I quite like them. They're just something a bit different, aren't they? I'm hoping that this has now got the price on this website. I just want to know what I paid for it. I don't even know what I paid for it. I'll find it. Well, let me find you the one that I want. Because I'm going to buy one of these. Hopefully they'll let me buy it from Patek. If not, I'm going to buy it on the secondary market. Because I want one. And I think they look pretty cool. None of them ones... I just want to find a Nautilus. I guess there's no new Nautiluses this year. Find your timepiece. Such a buggy website is Patek's website in terms of like the response to the thing. The Nautilus. There we go. So I want that one. So I'm gonna buy one of these because they're sexy. Like this is for me. This is like the best watch you can buy. Absolutely, hands down. Simple, tells the time, made of white and gold, so it pops really hard on your wrist. And the composition of these watches is amazing. Now, I've had one for a while, but I want this one. So, yeah, that's what I want. I don't know what's going on here now. Anyway, back to the charts. Hopefully I do this $10,000 to $100 billion challenge and we get that watch bought. I love Patek. I have a collection of Rolex at the moment, but aiming for a Patek. They're nice. What I like about all these watches is they just hold value. So like right now on my desk, I got 100k just sat on my desk. Nobody would know that I've got 100k sat on my desk unless I was to say that I've got 100k sat on my desk. But it's just cool that they hold their value so well. And that means that you don't really lose money buying these things like you lose money buying cars. You don't really lose money buying watches as long as you look after them and everything like that. What is your opinion on how did you become rich with 2017 bull run or 2021? 2021. I've been in crypto since 2013, but I was poor for the first couple bull runs that I was in. Like I was an idiot. I was poor. I didn't have the right mentality for it. I got rich in the 2021 bull run. Root beer dropped in price a little bit, but gold is up, so that will help. I never even considered that. Yeah, I never. Yeah, it does have gold in the strap, doesn't it? Never even considered that. TMG, say what you think Pedo's plan is. I mean, Pedo's plan is to get rich and touch kids. I'm gonna get banned again by saying these things, and this is why I get strikes on my channel because it's harmful and dangerous concepts. Saying words. Please, YouTube. I'd say things because I'm an idiot, not because I mean them. Don't ban me. The one I have my eye on is the Jacob & Co. The World Is Yours. No, man. No, you can't buy a Jacob. First of all, Jacob's a paedophile. Allegedly. Got to get that one in there. But he was in the Diddy case and everything like that. And there is a lot of allegations about Jacob. Secondly, but also that was all allegedly, and I don't mean any of it, and I just completely made it all up. There we go. Just do your research on him. But also, no, Jacob, they're just so tasteless. It's just such a tasteless watch. They're just like wearing a goldfish bowl on your wrist. They're minging. I'm nice to the people that I know that have got them, but if you want my honest opinion on Jacob & Co., no, they're just horrible. Look at this. Just for perspective, just bear with me. Imagine buying that and wearing that on your wrist. That isn't a watch. That is vile. It is absolutely... It's like wearing, like, just a goldfish bowl on your wrist. It's just vile. The only Jacob watch that I'd actually ever consider is this one. And even then, this is completely overpriced. This one here, because it's got a real roulette wheel in it that actually spins around, and you can do the thing where you do the magic trick, and it spins around. So I quite like that. That's pretty cool. But again, it's a right chunky watch. It reminds me of when I was a child, and yeah, just Jacob ones they're not my cup of tea, man. Maybe some people like them, but those people have poor taste. The one that I'm RM64, I think it is. RM64 watch. Yeah, well, 67. That's the one. So this is the other consideration. So one of these ones, you know, the ones that like all the racing drivers have these days, but that 1.4 million AED. So that is like £400,000, and it still just tells the time. It doesn't do anything else. Literally just tells the time. Now it'll tell the time very well, and it'll always hold its value so long as you don't scuff it up. But 400 grand on your wrist seems excessive. I don't know. I've entered buddy but don't have Twitter. This will be my your streams were full of energy last bull run, and I'm not saying that isn't true now, but you was younger and crazier. Now you just don't give a shit even more. I mean, yeah, I can go with that. I am very conscious now that I have a lot of people that follow me that want the correct advice, not just advice. Before, I wasn't conscious of how much money was following me and how real the decisions were that we were making. I'm very conscious of that now. So what you'll see is in my videos, I will still be happy, jolly me. In the streams and stuff, you actually get to meet me, and me is just wanting to do the right thing. Do you want me to Google "The World Is Yours" Jacob & Co. watch? Okie dokie. Jacob Co. Let me see. "The World Is Yours" dual time. No, man, it's vile. This is a vile watch. It is just ugly as sin. It's no. Design and inspiration. What? The world. Look at him. No, I don't go for the story. Look at this Chinese movement. No. And he's got this same bulbous, crappy, bloody thing that you're going to scuff it on everything that you walk past. Like knuckle duster, but for your wrist. Don't get it. Rubbish watches. Jacob is not for me. It's not worth 40 grand though, is it? Right. So this is a good metric, right? Of whether a watch is good or not. Okay. So we want to assess what does his watch cost when it's new. Let me just figure this out. So the cost for this watch price. There we go. Right. So that one's $107,000. Actually, to be fair, it looks pretty used. It's just ugly. How could you just imagine having that bloody thing on your wrist? All right, tosser. It's just a unit. It's like having a grandfather clock on your wrist. Everyone will just call you unit as well because you're wearing a unit on your wrist. No. You'll never convince me. Never. If you're like Jacob, you should be banned from the Rolex contest. I mean, man, you have a terrible taste in watches. Your crypto taste is good, but your watch taste is just... But also, don't let me talk you out of your decisions because that is what makes you you. And if you like horrible watches that cost way too much money, you should get one because it's not what I like, it's what you like what matters, and my opinion doesn't matter at all. You should only buy things that you like and not things to impress other people, which is why I bought a Chrysler Ypsilon as my first car. I got endlessly bullied for it, but I wanted to buy one. Everyone now, they would say, why would you do that? Chrysler Ypsilon. Chrysler Ypsilon red and black. There we go. Right, so this here, this is my first car. So put me in a different side of the thing. My first car was one of these. I thought, beautiful. Actually, were like literally exactly like this. The number plate for it was MK62 YBT. I wonder if I type it in. MK62 YBT. I wonder if I'll find it. There can't be that many MK62 YBTs have been sold. Either way, full of electrical issues. But I bought that car because I liked that car. It had a lovely interior in it. Look at that interior. Beautiful. It was a great car. But I got bullied relentlessly for owning this car. But I bought it because I liked it. And you should always do things that you want to do, not what other people want you to do. Yes, off now, mate. Thank you very much. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, actually. I've just realised here. So, AP is a much nicer watch. APs are nice, but APs, you gotta have a relationship with them. I don't have that relationship with them. I don't like to pay overs on things. I like to pay retail on things, and yeah, it is what it is. Manual, yes, of course it's a manual. Anyway, right, guys, I didn't realise it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm also gonna log off here. Have a great day, everybody. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're back to making YouTube content tomorrow. I'm going to try and get up early. Make sure that you enter the giveaway for the Rolex. You'll find it linked in today's video description. If you've not already signed up for Bluffin, you'll also find the link for Bluffin in today's video description, which you can use to join the trading competition. But on that note, guys, everybody, thank you all for watching, and I look forward to resuming these daily regular streams again because it has been a long time. So we'll get the stream and everything back up. We'll get the news and everything going again. And see how things go, shall we? Hopefully we... I wear it because it's humorous.